I look like shit. Oh well.
All right.
All right.
Everybody heard
hi.
how she looks like shit.
We have welcome to Roll for Bull. We have been waiting to start this stream for a little bit. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, and everybody here looks incredibly beautiful and incredibly handsome. So obviously, whenever we've spent 40 minutes trying to get the stream set up, you guys will join in at the exact second that one of us is talking about how they look like shit. Welcome, happy Valentine's Day, and welcome to the stream. We're gonna go a little bit later to help with the fact that we're a little bit delayed, but we are D&D live streaming group, and we are doing Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, which is Greek mythology inspired campaign, a bit of a remix of all of those concepts. I am Ben Competence. I am the dungeon master, and these are our heroes. Recursive Taco, thank you. Yes, the group wanted to dress up nice for the Valentine's Day stream, and they all look really great. And I just remembered to wear a jacket at the last second, so we are solid. We are good. What was it? I'm gonna swing by each person as we get ready to introduce the setting or introduce the story for today. I'm gonna let each of you go one by one. I've rolled. Crayrin, do you want to go first?
Well, that's okay. Hello, everybody. I'm a dude. I'm Prayer.
What a wonderful. That's how I always introduce myself. Honestly, it's good.
Okay, my name is Courier. I can't even say my own name now. Crayrin. I'm a elf monk. Cha-cha! But I'm trying to be all like romantic and stuff. But we'll see what happens today.
I love this explanation. This is good. We're on a good roll here. I'm just gonna go. Tammy, you can go next.
All right, I'm Tammy. I play the barbarian Triton Kiki, who is also a demigod, daughter of Pythor.
Fantastic. Yes, demigoddess, barbarian, and you have killed people with your hair, which is wonderful. And let's go to Callista.
Sorry. Hi. I'm Allie. I play Callista. Who is a satyr bard slash warlock multiclass, and I got a boyfriend last week.
You did. Well, that is absolutely, completely true, and we are going to go back to that in a second when we do the recap, because it is just just fantastic.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
And the temptation to make vulgar jokes immediately, and also to remember not to. Reed, would you care to introduce yourself? It says that you're muted. You're muted.
I muted myself. Hey!
He was in the middle of apologizing for the technical issues, and it got cut off because he muted himself. Reed is a treasure and a gem of a person, and he has improved the stream so much, and this is an errancy. Just so you know. Also, hello, RPG Master.
They can't all be winners, but anyway, I'm Reed. I play Euphemian, the human wizard, and yeah, we're raring to go here. Sorry about the delays.
Okay, we are here. Since there's a few people here, I'm going to drop the link. If you want to join the Discord, we talk about this game, and we love to talk to you guys. You can jump in that. And also, hold on one second. One second. Okay. Private messages, things. Okay. So what was I going to say? In order to get everybody caught up, this story takes place on the continent of Thylia, which is inspired by Greek mythology. And gods and titans are basically, they have machinations, and the titans are planning to destroy a lot of the traveler races, which are humans, elves, dwarves, and more that came over here. That has been it's being challenged by these 4 heroes with the help of the goddess Kyra, the muse who's been traveling with them. That has been terrible and grueling, emotional and bloody. Craven has died several times, and no, that is not a joke. But none of that matters today, because we are on day 3, 4, depending on how you count it, of the great games, the Olympic Games. And for just a little bit, the stakes are a little bit lower as the heroes just enjoy their time together. And before I begin, is there anything that anybody else wants to say or do?
I might change out of this I am friggin' hot later.
We might want to address what's going on with Crayrin right now.
Well, I mean,
What's going on with Craven right now?
They got accosted, or he got accosted in the alley and is almost dead.
Oh no, he made it home. He made it away.
Oh, okay. I thought we cut when he was running. My bad.
He ran away. So last time,
my characters definitely are not responsible for taking notes about all this, guys. I promise.
As just the bard. Basically, as the heroes are they're in Mitros, the biggest city in the campaign. As the characters are getting to know the city a bit more, the city's getting to know them. This campaign has a unique fame mechanic, which, as they do more things, the DM gets permission to reward them, celebrate them, and also just use the fact that people know them in advance. Reed, in one word, you put that song in my head. So the heroes have this, which actually brings me to my next point. I'm leveling up everybody's fame, which should, if I'm right, bring you up to level 6 on your fame. At this point, anybody knows your great deeds and people are curious about you. You are welcome to expect food, drink, and lodging anywhere in Astoria or Mitros simply by virtue of who you are. Happy Valentine's Day, Tammy's mom. And as you guys, if you're new and you're watching this, you might pick up that absolutely people are clear to talk to us during the stream. We'll try to answer whenever possible. I believe one way or another, everybody got home. So we are going, or home is the palace. So I am going to just skip us ahead to the next morning. Kyra does not wake you this time, for once. One by one. Tammy, what's up? You're giving the.
Yes. I just saw my note. I wanted to go and talk at the other bar to see if they have an offer for sponsorship, like the dude from Satyr's Tale told me.
Yes. Tammy has performed so heroically that Tammy has performed so heroically in the Olympics and with all of her deeds that one of the taverns in the town wanted to sponsor her with 1,000 gold and free drinks for life. Kiki, sorry.
No, you personally.
No, God, no.
Tammy won gold at the Olympics this week, you guys.
Jesus!
She's an Olympian, you guys.
Really impressive, given that she's doing it from our living room.
I have been so out of touch with the internet that I did not realize that I was doing an Olympics event the same time the Olympics were happening.
Oh, what? I thought you did it like deliberately.
I had no idea.
It was deliberate too.
I had no idea until last week.
When I was late from the break because I was watching men's ice skating.
No, I had genuinely no idea. I don't even know what the odds would be that you would invoke an event in a game that parallels something that only happens once every 4 years.
Or twice in 1 year.
Our timing is impeccable.
I'm so out of it. I don't know what you mean by that, Allie.
The Summer Olympics got delayed. It happened.
So when are the Summer Olympics happening?
Happened like 8 months ago, and now the Winter Olympics are happening within the same 12 months.
Okay. I'm going to accept that as true. Tammy, Kiki, Because I gotta jump in. It's like 7:50 and we haven't started yet. Kiki. My wife just looks very beautiful. I don't think you've been to the Siren's Roost yet.
No.
The very upscale, we call it a tavern, a bar. It is just a place where you go if you need to relax, and they have absolutely every method of relaxation possible. Read into that what you will. We'll wrap up the last night then. So, Kiki, you get to the Siren's Roost. It's I haven't really talked about where it is, but it's in a place called Stygian Row, which is basically kind of the less reputable part of Mitros. And that's true. That's true. That's reputable part of Mitros. And not really that well cared for, but there's some parts of it that do very well for themselves. The Siren's Roost does extremely well. It is one of the classier places in a not so classy place. But as you come in, you smell the perfumes and the wine, and you see all of these pillows and just couches lounged out. Everything just with this by candlelights and torches, and this almost red hue cast over everything. When you walk in, this dwarven woman looks at you. Just immediately go, oh, are you?
Yeah.
And her face just turns bright red, and she goes, oh, that's... I'll go get the manager. And she just like runs and just like sort of scurries away. And you see lots of people. There's a few people at different areas looking at you. There's definitely a lustful vibe going through this place, but that's not what everybody's doing. Some people are just like sort of lounging, eating grapes and like delicious like meats and stuff like that. And some people are just like relaxing, getting like very very like oil massages and everything. And so people are looking at you. What activity here? And you can fill in the blanks if there's one that I'm missing. But what activity would really appeal to Kiki as like the way to cool off that a place like this would offer?
It would probably be the massage.
Mm-hmm.
Like a nice oil massage.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So this after a little bit, this woman comes over to you dressed in this scarlet toga. She is immediately you can tell she is some sort of a nymph, just exceptionally beautiful, and almost just this magical etherealness to the way that she moves. And she looks at you and she goes, I'm very honored that you're visiting our humble establishment. And what brings you here this evening? Is there something that I can provide for you, Kiana?
Well, I just realized that I hadn't come and checked out your establishment as of yet, and I figured I might as well give it a shot because I've heard so many wonderful things about it. But also...
Well, that's flattering to be sure.
But also wanting to see if maybe we might be able to help each other a little bit.
Do go on.
What's your name, dear?
And she goes, I'm called Ambrosia. Roll an insight check.
Okay. That's right. I did write her name there that's what I had to look for. Okay, where's my little cursor? Insight. Come on. What's going on here?
I don't know. What feels like a good insight check to you?
Oh God!
There gets
Not
a
7.
Okay, no. So she says Ambrosia, and she sort of raises her eyebrow and looks at you and kind of like just sort of interested how you're going to introduce yourself.
Well, as you know, probably I'm Kiki. I participated in the long jump today, and I got a medal.
Congratulations! Yes, I saw. That was wonderful. You and that That Minotaur
Bullbug?
and that and that
Bullbug, yes.
Bullbug and that
I
beautiful
thought
man.
he had me. I thought he had me. I couldn't believe it that I just beat him by a hair.
You're
But-
very impressive.
Thank you.
Did you come to partake in our services? There's a certain high-end service we provide for us VIPs that we could discuss if you'd like.
Ooh, well, that would certainly be of interest. But first, I would like to just mention to you that I've been approached earlier this evening by the owner of the Satyr's Tail.
I see.
Now, I know you probably know his reputation for that at his bar. It's not exactly the best. It's not as
very
nice
rowdy
as this.
place.
Yes. I happened to walk in there once, and a bar brawl broke out all around us, my friend and I, and we just had to try to get out of there in a hurry. And
Can I ask you
I've
something?
definitely not. Yes.
Between you and me,
Mm-hmm.
she looks around. Did you win?
Well, we did knock a few on their asses on our way out.
I'm sure you did. I have to imagine that one of the heroes of Thylia would have some sort of recourse for ruffians and lowlifes.
Well, it was two of us. Two of our group, myself and my friend Euphemian. And
so you went out with drinks for drinks with this Euphemian.
It just happened to be where we ended up. I think we were just following some friends and walking around and just wanted a drink, and I honestly did not know the reputation of this place until I walked in.
I apologize for interrupting you so much. Please continue telling me how you just ended up here.
Absolutely. So the owner of the Satyr's Tail came to me with an offer. He wants me and my friends to be announcing to everybody that his place, his bar, his establishment is the place to be. And he thinks that we could help bring in, some patrons, additional sales for him. But I just don't feel right supporting that type of establishment. My friend was just about mugged at knife point at this bar. I don't want to support that.
Well, it sounds like you've made up your mind. Why did you come here? Is it the stress of the day? Is that something we can help with? Or did you want counsel? Some people ask for my advice.
Well, I was wondering if you would want us to spread the word and see if we can bring in additional patrons, additional coin to your establishment.
Oh, this is a business call.
It was an idea.
You wanted me to snatch you away from this life. And she's sort of puts her hand on your arm, like she's stroking your arm, and she goes, you want me to whisk you away from that terrible offer and bring you somewhere a little better for you, a little place that appreciates you more. Is that right?
Not whisk me away. Honey, I can tell him where to go like nobody's business.
You can.
I do rather support a much better establishment.
You can, and you do, and you say that. And you talked about how much you dislike it and how much it didn't seem right for you and the terrible things that happened here. But I think, because I'm distracted by everything about you, that I may have missed one or two details. If I can ask for a clarification.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't hear the part where you said no, and I didn't hear the part where you wanted to work with me before that. So unless I missed those, and I may have, it sounds like you haven't quite made up your mind, so why are you speaking ill of them?
Just from personal experience. I mean, I don't want to I want to be able to support a local business.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand wanting to make your livelihood, right? Get your name out there.
So you want to support the
people
local
come in.
business that can pay you better.
That has a better reputation, that people will not risk their lives going to.
Roll an insight check.
I'm not good at talking. I need you, Fimian.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 17 this time.
17. This woman reads people for a living. That is what she does. She is reading you like a book and knowing and completely underplay. She sees the pillars that form the foundation for your argument, and she is pulling them out one by one so that she can, because she's very interested in this negotiation, but she's going to take away your leverage. And so she's just sitting there. And so I say all this because at a 17, you're seeing this smirk curl up on her face the more she puts you on your heels about this, the more she's enjoying the conversation. And so she says, and you realize the whisk away and all of that, deeply sarcastic. And she just goes, so what you're really asking is that I outbid them to save you from that place so that you can support a local business without having to deign to being one of those types of businesses. Is that correct?
Well, if we can come to some sort of arrangement, I wouldn't want necessarily... I don't know. What are your thoughts on this?
My thought on this is that this place, and she gestures, and you see that there's like these two men on this couch that are they're like quick peck is slowly becoming this very amorous embrace like out in the public area and stuff like that. And she looks over at someone else, just this woman just pouring wine down this other man's throat, and she's just like having like this very decadent good time. And she looks back at you and she goes, I think that this is a place where it's celebrated for us to embrace who we really are. And if you want me to sponsor you, then tell me how much you want and tell me how much he's offering.
He was offering 1,000 gold, free drinks, and then I just have to bring my friends here, bring a crowd, and spread the word about the wonderful establishment. I'm not expecting you to outbid him. I just rather support a more legitimate business.
What were you expecting? How much would I pay in this instance?
I'd be happy if it's the same.
Go for gold, man. I'm not there.
No, you're not.
And she goes, okay, at this point I want you to roll a straight persuasion check.
$19.
19. She looks at you and she goes, I can match 1,000 gold. She looks you up and down. She goes, I can match 1,000 gold. And I may not have the level of wine and food that he has. He has barrels of it, where I only have certain casks of the finer things. But I would be glad to make sure that you would, I'd be glad to make sure that you were always able to rely on us to keep your head clear and your heart full. Would you come with me for a second? And she just looks at you and sort of slowly turns around and sort of walks towards the back of the tavern, where there's like there's like this one hallway with like, what was it, like 8 different doors. And do you follow her?
Yes.
You follow her, and as you're walking past, she says,
What am
She
I
says,
doing?
I don't know. she says, there are certain high-end services that we provide here. We have many great companions that can help soothe the mind and the body in any way that's needed. And they're wonderful. I am appreciative of all of them. But for people that wants to have a divine experience, and you notice as you're walking by all the doors, you see one door that has like an etching on it, like sort of a very simple etching of what was it, the sun, and then you see this man sort of draped in like these like barely covering anything toga, like standing in front of the sun. You see this mountain range and this clouds, and you see this woman standing in front of it, just something covering her torso, and that's it. And then you look around all of these symbols. Roll a religion check.
17.
The amount of checks that have gone into Kiki visits a brothel is amazing. I think this is like more checks than we did in some of the Great Labors. I don't know. But anyway, you look around. Some of these are symbols of gods and also what was it, more rare races around Thylia, because there's mountain nymphs. There was briefly people believed in a sun god long ago, and things like that. And you realize these are all these different symbols of different religions or different regions of Thylia. And she says, our most seasoned and expert companions are those descendant from gods, goddesses, and the most wonderful of peoples here on Thylia. And if you wanted to spend an evening with a nymph, whoever he or she may be, or a descendant of one of the great gods, normally it's quite expensive, but we could allow you a few indiscretions. As you look around, you see a symbol for to praise of a god of beauty, a daughter of a sea nymph, a river nymph, and you also see, awkwardly enough, basically a sword and shield symbol on one of the doors, which I think you might put together rather quickly. Be a symbol, one of the symbols of Pythor, the god of war, which is Kiki's father, for those of you that are new to the stream. But there's a few different options here.
Am I being asked to choose one?
What she is telling you right now is that she will match your rate. She will not give you free food and wine whenever you want, but she will give you an untold small number of visits behind these doors. And she's sort of implying that you can pick one right now if you'd like.
Just me or me and my friends, like the four of us?
Give me 1 second. She says, she does some math in her head and she says, 3 visits total, however you'd like.
I will reach out my hand to shake her hand.
She takes your hand and she pulls you in just very, very gently and kisses your hand. Looks at you and goes, I'm glad we could find something that works for both of us. Will you be collecting part of your our agreement now or later?
Definitely later, but since I am here, I do want to partake in one of those fancy oil massages out front that I saw coming in.
Wonderful. I will make that arrangement right away. And she holds up her hand in like sort of this like gentle twisting motion, and as she does, this young satyr just immediately turns up out of the corner and is like, "Yes, Ambrosia," and she's like, "A massage for Kiana, one of our advocates." And you just hear the fastest fucking scampering. What was it? Reed, can you Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, they will make that massage happen. You will be surrounded by two nymphs, a mountain nymph and a sea nymph, one man, one woman, in a moment, unless you had some preference that you would be really willing to pay extra for. But until then, that's that. Is there anything else you want to do for now?
Nope. I will basically take my massage with the intention that when I'm done and relaxed, I'm going to go to the other place, the Satyr's Tail, and then just give my message that I decline his offer. And I will go to the palace.
All right. You get that done. Yeah. I think it's Satyr's Tail. I think both to fast forward things and also to remain true to the character. As when you go in there, like the moment that Julius can read your body language, that you're not here to enthusiastically say yes, he's just like, "All right, fine, I tried, fuck off," and just like immediately like shuts it down. Like no hard feelings. I just don't want to draw out being rejected. Is kind of like his vibe. Yeah, exactly.
And I walk out.
Okay, well, I am ready to skip ahead to the morning, but I do have a couple a moment if anybody else wants to do anything in the evening.
Yeah, I was hoping that like when I get down to the palace, that most of my friends are maybe not Kiki, but at least Euphemia and Callista are there.
Yeah, they could be there. Euphemian's we already officially put Euphemia in there.
Yeah.
But Callista, would you want to be there?
I think I was out partying for a bit, but like, yeah, at some point I would have gone back.
Yeah.
So no problem being there for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Recursive, thank you for following. So you get back to the palace. Valis would be in the main room, and she's sort of, like Kyra can make scrolls float around her to take notes. Valis has just like a bunch of like maps and scrolls up that she's just like looking at and considering, that are sort of almost moving like with the slightest touch. They're moving around just as she's sorting things out. Crayron, as you come in, Crayron, if you want to engage her, you can, but you can also just move past and meet the others at the room.
You know how like if you come home late after curfew and your mom is there and you're just like, you just don't even really want to talk to them and you just kind of like walk past them. That's kind of what I want to do. So she even looks at me and just be like, and like walk past her.
Okay. You're walking past, and as you're walking past, she just goes, "The Lady of Coins."
Yeah, what? Listen, do you see my face?
I'm sorry?
Oh, were you even talking to me? Oh, well, whatever. Bye.
And she resumes her notes.
And I'll keep going.
Those of you who are new to this stream probably don't understand how much my stomach just dropped out right now. So you guys arrive in the back room, the three of you, and I'll bring Kiki in later. Kyra's not there yet either.
As I walk into the room, and I want to remind people I am bloodied. I'm probably have a couple. I don't know what inflict wounds does. Is that like force damage? I don't know what the hell that does.
Inflict wounds is necrotic. I think it just literally I would say like, in my mind, it kind of widens and deepens any wounds that you already have.
Okay.
Even if they're small, yeah.
Okay, so I know I come in and I have like a couple like rivulets of blood coming up from the back of my back, and like you see some of those scars all deepened and stuff like that as I walk into the room. And I put my
I'm
hand
gonna-
up on the doorway and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Or wait, oh my God, the god of Pythor. Pythor. Fuck, I don't know, whatever the hell this
the
is.
daughter of Pythor. Instead of
Uh,
Jesus Christ, you would say Kiki.
Kiki.
Oh, Kiana!
Thank you. Oh my gosh, Fatima, this is something we've been struggling with. I don't know if I told you guys on stream. I mentioned it on the private Discord. But the number of times that I felt like a character should say Jesus fucking Christ, and then I've had to cut that because that's not something you can say in this campaign.
Well, I just did it.
Yeah, we did it. We're gonna find some way that the fictional character of Jesus fucking Christ is part of this campaign. But we'll have to come back to that. Please continue.
Okay, well, whatever fucking god I'm like trying to say his name. God damn it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna assume that I'm like updating my notes at this point. Maybe a little bit like coming apart at the edges, like frazzled from kind of like a night of partying. And the second that Krarin walks in and I see this, I immediately like toss my shit to the side and like run over and just like grab his face and just cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh,
All right, roll for Cure Wounds at 2nd level. That's fantastic.
What happened to you?
fucking Lutheria and her fucking goons.
16. You get 16 hit points.
Oh,
back.
thank God, because I was like way less than half. So I grab you and I spin you around, and I think I'm back to full, actually, because of that. Yeah, fucking Lutheria.
Like she attacked you?
No, there's these two strange people, a guy and some girl, and they kind of like finish each other's sentences, and they wanted like the horn of Belmetria, and I told them to go. I basically told them to fuck off, and we got into a fight, and I know I was gonna die, so I decided to leave because fuck that shit. I've died way too many goddamn times.
Okay, not that it matters, but did you throw the first punch?
No, I know.
You
know what?
I'm not saying you should have. I just want to know so that if we run into them again, it's not like a big thing that you attacked them out of nowhere.
No, they knew. I told them to say to Lutheria that I said hi, and then they did some sort of necrotic shit to me, so I punched them out. And then I ran the fuck away after I got stabbed in the back. Fuckers.
I love this summary so much. I
And then
love how you guys.
And then I told them to tell Luthir to fuck off, and then I ran away because I'm a dick. Anyways, whatever. They said your name a couple times, Euphemian. Have you had a chance to talk to these people?
I did, actually. I'm not certain. I met with them very briefly while we were walking back from the academy this morning.
Well, I'm glad they didn't fucking fuck you up. Jesus Christ. Fucking Kiana.
We're gonna. She hears prayer somewhere out there. She feels this tinge of something. But go on.
As she's getting a massage, she's like, "Oh, so I'm mistaking my name in vain."
Somewhere. How dare you, someone? Listen.
They seemed quite polite to me. Did you say something to gather their ire, or?
No,
What was your face saying?
My face was telling them fuck off. No. They were, you know what? I think they were following me because I heard something and I know the city rather well, so I went to go talk to them. And they came out of the shadows and said they wanted the Horn of Belmetria, but, fuck Lutheria. Fuck that bitch. Hope you feel that, you bitch. Anyways,
Dreams are going to be fun tonight.
Oh, I betcha.
Just to be clear, when I spoke with them, they said that they were only partially affiliated with Lutheria.
Are you asking me, or are you talking to...
No, I'm asking you. Do I remember that correctly?
I believe the situation is that they worship Lutheria and they help run the temple of Lutheria, the god and the Titan of Dreams. But they are not like the people you've met, like Commander Gaius and stuff, where they literally have a phone line to her. They are pedestrian worshippers. If I described it any other way, I might be speaking different than what you're saying, like across what you're saying. But that's basically who they are right now.
Okay.
Listen, you know what? I just hate anything that has to do with Lytheria because that bitch has ruined my life. Well, you know what? Actually, things didn't go well. I didn't get to meet you guys. Well, you guys are cool, so whatever.
I
Hey,
love this character.
Don't fucking tell Kiki that. She's not here yet.
I'm gonna tell Kiki.
Don't you fucking tell Kiki, Callista.
How far is it to Astoria from here?
If you're not Kyra, at least a day.
At least a day.
If you have transportation, if you have transportation, at least at most of a day. Like it would be the majority of what you do that day. I don't want to get exact hours, but
okay. Given that this seems to be a matter of some concern, perhaps, for all we know, we're done with the horn, correct? Perhaps we should consider taking a day trip.
I don't mind,
it could be just
but
myself. I know that
I
I'm
don't
not going to be
know.
participating in any of the events myself, so...
No, Euphemian, listen, if anyone's gonna go, you okay, listen, I would rather die than you. Do you know what I'm saying?
How about neither of you die?
Okay,
I
I'd
mean, that
rather
would be
go as
my preference.
conscious.
I'm better at it.
I am way better at being unconscious than you are.
Okay,
Euphemian.
I'm sure that Valis can set up some sort of guard. Like, they have the Dragon Lords here. Like, maybe they could just fly you there.
Oh, hey, yeah, let's not do a Lord of the Rings crap. I mean, I don't know what the hell story that is, but
It's a great story. We learned
yeah.
all about it in Bard School.
Oh, well, interesting. Oh, okay, well, that's good. I only learned it off of, whatever the version of Thalia YouTube was.
Thalia YouTube. What is Thalia YouTube? That would be like a traveling performers who like recall funny things they've seen recently.
Okay, cool.
There's a man named Charles. Did he bite down on the finger of another?
Their most popular performance is Cray dying in one shot from Kiki.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
But no, I agree with you, Euphemian. I think it needs to go back to where it belongs.
Could we do like one more night of visions then?
What do you mean?
Well, remember how we like drank from the horn and then we had like mystical visions?
Holy shit, yes, let's do that.
Kiki, I'm gonna allow you to be here now if you'd like to be.
Okay.
Kiki!
As the door
Cray
would
likes
open up.
us.
No, fuck Callista! I told you not to say shit!
What?
Also,
No,
you
I
look
don't.
glowing.
Yeah, you look amazing. But, I mean, Callista, you're not supposed to say shit!
This is
What?
I'll go up to Cray and hug him.
Oh, God. Can we, like, not make this more uncomfortable than
And I'm
it is?
still oily. Like, I'm a little more
God.
slick than usual.
You smell of such beautiful perfumes. You smell like the most wonderful floral spring dream.
Euphemian, this is
Because I
disgusting.
haven't
This is
changed
what- Help.
I haven't changed yet, so I'm still wearing my Wonder Woman outfit, my
You
little
see me
bodysuit. So I'm like
Euphemian.
all slick.
Help me, Euphemian. You're a dude. Help me out here. This is gross. Come
What
on.
do you expect me to be able to do? She's
Oh,
4 times stronger than me.
thank you, Kiki. Thanks. Yeah.
Don't
Good,
worry,
good.
Prayer,
Good
your
hug
secret's safe with me.
there. Oh my god.
My sympathies, because our viewership has gone up a little bit, which is great, but my sympathies to everybody who's joined during this arc and thinks this is the overall mood of the campaign.
Shit's gonna get dark later, guys.
So after I put down Cray, I'm gonna go up to Euphemian and kind of give him a hug and like do it on purpose to rub my arms on his arms too to get all.
How does that
oily.
feel, Euphemian?
Quite nice. Your skin is very soft.
Oh.
Oh, I just had this wonderful massage at the Siren's Roost. And yeah, I got to talk to you all about that. But
Oh, that
oh, Yeah, they're so relaxing. And Callista, I want to hug you too, but I don't want to mess up your fur, your skin.
Oh, I don't care. I can take a bath.
Okay, I'll go give her a hug too and rub it in.
It's nice. It's good for it, like sometimes I need to like nourish it a little bit.
Oh,
I
there
haven't
you
been taking
go.
great care and conditioning as much as I could be, so I appreciate it.
Well, was I interrupting something
No, I
as
was just
I
telling them
walked in?
about like Furia was a bitch, but that's okay.
Oh, we were gonna maybe return the horn of Balametria to Astoria because Crayrin got the shit beaten out of him by people who wanted him.
Again?
Oh, listen, there was 2 against 1, okay? Like, I did get some good punches in, and you know what? I didn't start the fight first this time. They started it, so I'm just, like, defending myself.
Well, that's something. You don't have to be so defensive.
That's progress. That's growth.
Regardless, we were talking about potentially taking a drink tonight before we return it.
We
Just as a
can
Again,
reminder,
I'm sorry.
as a reminder to you guys and the newcomers, drinking from Horn Balmetria causes you to basically black out and have a dream that any number of things within it may be a vision of the future, but it's not immediately clear which ones are.
Let's do it. Let's get high.
Oh, that would be
Listen,
a perfect
after
way
a
to.
massage, you'd probably feel really good.
This would be the perfect way to end the night.
All right.
Who wants
If
to
you
go
guys,
first?
Should we, like, make sure Nah, fuck it, we'll be okay. Fuck it. Who cares? We're good.
um,
In the palace.
On the right-hand side.
I'm gonna say, just like at this point, Kyra's just gonna walk. You hear the door open. Kyra just walks in, and she clearly like reeks of wine and perfume, and you see like chocolates like sort of smeared like on the side of her mouth, and she just like walks over and just falls like face first on the couch,
Are you
and that's just
Oh,
and
okay?
she's like revelry. I don't know if I told you where the parties are during the great games, but there
did
are a lot of them.
not.
I'll invite you next time.
Please.
It was a good evening. I'll see you in the morning.
Looks like you had fun.
Uh-huh.
You should go lay in the bed if you're gonna fall asleep.
Oh,
You
we're
just hear her
gonna go get
snore.
high tonight. Oh well, she's asleep. Let's do it. Who wants to go first?
And yeah. You didn't mention the Horn of Balametria, so she's fine. Go on.
I'll go first.
Okay,
Yeah.
do it.
So you're drinking?
Yep.
All right.
It was
You
so
do-
great last
Valentine's
time.
Day, we're gonna
you
get
do-
high.
You do pass out. So like, where do you
Oh,
want
I
to
definitely
be?
go to the bed.
Okay, so you're sitting on the bed and you drink this. 1 second. Roll. You drink this, and you don't pass out. Your eyes just sort of feel out of focus and hazy as a moment, and everybody's sort of blurs, and the colors smear. The colors themselves, not the room, not what you see, but like the colors wash out of things, and then the colors sink back in. But this time they're different: dark browns and dark browns, greens, grays, and you smell something very unlike wine. Roll a perception check. I do, Basilisk. I do.
Perception 9.
All right. Something smells distant. Smells like a place you've been before, maybe. And the people watching you are your 3 friends, but it's now 2 of them. As their color comes back in, they look grayish, greenish, not like themselves. Krarin and Kiki don't look like those people anymore. They now look these gaunt, hollowed out people that are emaciated and just beyond any sort of emotional depth as they're just watching. And you see where Euphemian was this powerful man with this large white hair and his eyes glowing green. Roll a history check.
I think that's a 19.
This powerful build. And you see that he's wearing this very like elaborate toga befitting someone of just great importance. And he leans forward on the desk that wasn't there a moment ago. And Estor Arcalanter says, "So do we have a deal? Those are the terms you were the one to ask. Do we have a deal?"
Could we go over that one more time?
I don't repeat myself. If you want what I'm offering, you will accept. And everybody else hears Callista just say, sort of mutter, like when you mutter in your sleep, just, can you go over that one more time? Before she sort of starts to gently wake up out of what's happening to her.
Do I feel like it falling away?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This thing starts to fade. Roll perception one more time.
Okay. That is a 21, I think. Yeah. No, 19.
As you hear this sort of creaking sound, and you hear the creaking of wood, and have some sort of idea what this might represent as you come back into focus.
The second I feel it start drifting away, I just kind of want to like mutter under my breath loud enough for him to hear me, like, "You're lucky I don't kill you where you stand."
We come back to the waking world. Callista appears to regain consciousness.
How was that, Callista? Oh, bad trip? Oh boy. Do you want a
Man.
water?
I mean, sure, or wine or whatever. I don't care. I just
Okay.
Ugh.
I'll go and get some wine for her.
I don't know what was going on, but I saw Esther Arcalander, and honestly, if that actually happens, I don't want to
Okay,
think
it's
about
okay, Callista, and I give her some wine. It's all right.
And you hear Kyra say, Esther, why? What? Why?
Go back to
I-
sleep,
What?
Kyra. Don't
Yeah,
worry
it's okay,
about
If you mean roll a persuasion check.
it. Do I
Can
get
he
an
get advantage
advantage?
because we're all like helping him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get advantage. 15. She goes,
11 and 12 on the dice, so that puts me at 15 and 14. So 15.
she goes, okay, but if he's, oh, give me one second. She goes, if he's here, just tell him I'm not gonna help him again. Just tell him I moved on. And she falls back. She leans, just snoring again.
Oh, I'm not letting him anywhere near her ever, 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 ever.
If you were not here for previous streams, this one's way too complicated to explain right now. I cannot put that one succinctly. But yeah. What would anybody else? Would anybody else like to take a drink? I have 5 potential visions here, and every time someone does something, I roll to see which one I give, and that does mean I'm not going to give them all.
I don't know, Kiki, do you want to go to sleep and have a good night's sleep, or I don't know? You had the
Sure.
massage.
Pass.
All right. Pass, puff. I mean,
Poor pass. Okay, yeah.
poor pass.
Sorry, are you taking a drink?
Either that or chug pass. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'd take a drink.
Mhm. Sometime in the future, Kiana, you are standing in the hall of the Palace of Mitros with Valus and Kyra and Pythor and Vulcan and your friends. And Kyra says, "No, I think that I am so proud of you." And Valus just says, "But if you want to take this step, you need to determine how you wish to be known and what you wish to be for a very long time." And Kyra walks over and looks at Kiki, waiting for her to say something.
What are my choices again?
They just said, "You've earned this," and Val
Oh,
says, "But if you do this, you have to choose what you want to be known for, because this is going to be for a very long time."
I was hoping that they would elaborate a little bit more clearly.
Nope.
Of course not.
Do you want to say anything?
It's not a prophecy if it's obvious.
I must decide how I want to be known. I'm just going to say I think the choice is pretty clear.
And Kyra goes, "Yeah, it is. He'd be really proud." And Pythor goes, "I am. Look at her." And Kyra just says, kisses you on the cheek. "I can't believe I'm going to have another sister." Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Technically, and Valis goes, "She knows what you mean. Thank you, Kiana. Thank you." As you wake up from this,
I will kind of come to like, oh, saying that, and I will describe to them what it is that I saw.
mm-hmm.
You want water
I
or
no, I think I saw myself agreeing to become a goddess.
ah? You're already there. Who cares? You got it. You got this, girl.
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
like
little
hit
weirded
Crayron on
out.
the arm. Like, that's a little bit dismissive. Kiki, you're gonna make a great goddess.
She is a great goddess. Look at her. She's already a demigoddess as it is. She saved my ass like lots.
I also knocked you on your ass once too, so
Yeah, but
not saying much.
whatever.
I need all of you to roll a
Who's
perception
next?
check.
All
I
of
need all
us?
of you to roll a perception check.
Okay, all of us. Perception. Alrighty.
Hell yes. 21.
22.
What? 16 for me.
You feel me? Got a 6. Criven and Callista, you just hear from the couch, "Well, somebody's gonna have to be."
I like move my pen over to the margin of my paper and like scribble frantically and then come back to taking notes on what Kiki said.
Hi.
I'll
Kyra's
Mm.
still there, even though she's like asleep. It's so cute.
Mhm.
I'll take
All
the
right, you
horn
came in.
next.
All right.
You going all in? All right, let me see. Let me roll my dice here. All right, give me 1 second for this one. You what was it? When you awaken. You are on a shore that you don't recognize, and you're holding a small oak box in your hand that you understand is crucial that you do not open it until you're ready, and you do not open it and let around anybody that you wouldn't trust with your life or the life of anybody that you love. But there's no one here right now. Your choice.
You said it's
I
a
have
small
answers
box?
Yep, about this big. I have answers for whatever choice you want to make on the obvious question I'm obviously asking.
Well, I will open it, because why wouldn't I?
You open it. Roll a perception check.
It's a 15.
You open it. This large oval, ridges and bumped, and just this silvery color washed over it, almost glistening in the light. And you understand that of everything that you've done so far, and I mean so far in that future, making sure that nothing happens to this egg is the most important thing you can possibly do right now. Almost half a millennia relies on you making sure that this box is safe. But that does start a certain responsibility for you, even after this box has no more use. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm going to carefully close the box back up and put it somewhere safe.
And you smell the salt water, and you hear a tiny crack coming from where you set the box. And that's where we'll wake up.
I will pass the
Tammy's
gun on
face
to
right
Craig,
now.
but I'm not going to say anything.
Oh.
Well, Euphemian,
What
what
happened?
happened?
Nothing of import, really.
Oh, insight
Oh.
check. Insight motherfucking check.
I mean, it's okay. Roll an insight check. Euphemia, roll a deception check then, I suppose.
Okay.
If you are genuinely trying to downplay it, roll it. If you're trying to downplay it, roll a deception check. If you're just genuinely trying to like give the signal of I don't want to talk about it, then there's no insight to do.
Oh,
Or no deception
14.
to do.
I got a
All right.
14 as well.
I got 22.
All right, every single one of them knows that they all know that you're just like bullshitting and that you don't want to talk about it. That you're hiding something that you're not comfortable with.
All I have to ask Euphemian is, will it hurt one of us,
I don't think so.
including yourself?
I don't think so. I just don't believe it.
All right. Okay, I guess. How about if I said no? How about if I was like, I don't want to?
It's your choice.
That's your choice.
Oh no, I'm asking the players. It's like,
Oh,
No.
in
as a
character.
character,
That's your
in
choice.
character. Well, I'm gonna do it. Everybody else did it. Peer
Oh.
pressure. Let's go do it.
We're not here to
I
pressure
was
you,
gonna
Ray
say, I'm gonna punch you out if you don't do
Well,
it.
Oh well, demi-goddess, whatever.
I can't
right.
believe you're forcing my hand.
Oh my god, gulp, gulp, gulp. Ah, no, but I
All
will
right,
do
so
that at
you
some-
you
Yeah,
take
okay.
this. You actually don't go that far because you are Tammy's mom. I love Tammy's mom.
Do it.
You are standing at the docks of Thylia near the Colossus, actually out on one of the docks. No one else is around except for you and your aunt, Marxina, the Lady of Coins, whose hood is down, and her she's a Medusa, and you see her snake-like hair just sort of like hanging around her. You're standing tall. She is on her knees in front of you, and you see blood running down her mouth and a black eye. And she just looks up at you and goes, "You have to choose. You have to choose, and I understand. I won't hate you if you don't pick me."
Do I see
Just
anybody else around me?
nobody. Nobody for 100 miles. She just says, "I understand. If you don't make me proud and make the right choice, not the personal one. Respect whatever that is."
Auntie, I just want you safe.
"Fuck you!" And as she said that, like just blood like flies out of her mouth, and she just, "Fuck you! Make the right choice, not for yourself, but for everybody. Who do you follow?"
The people of Thylia.
That's not an answer, and you know you're gonna have to make up your fucking mind. And you wake up.
Holy fuck, can somebody get me some wine? Jeez.
I want you to roll insight check, Craig.
Okay. Insight. 19.
I will tell you the last of that vision, in the very specific context of what you were experiencing there. Yeah, choosing the people of Thylia does not answer her question because it doesn't speak to how you would decide in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It is equally applicable to the different options that were being given to you.
Yep. That's why I said it.
Um, you guys are alone in this room.
Do you tell us
It
about
is
this, Craren?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I not really say like who it is or anything. I just say that I see a family member. So you don't know
Okay.
who I'm talking about, but I'm just saying I have a family member who I was at the docks with, and they wanted me to choose something. And I mean, you choose family, right?
I would
But
know.
oh, sweetheart,
Well,
you're with family now.
I don't remember anything. There's nothing to miss.
I'm gonna figure that out, girl.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the Amazons, but honestly, I don't. We're a little busy right now, so
No, I mean we could always follow some point.
Certainly,
But
we'd
yeah, I
make the
just
time
yeah.
if we thought.
well, we'll see. I mean, there's a good chance that we're going to be out at sea at some point, so maybe that would be a good time.
I suppose I'm going to take out the map that we got
Mhm.
as a treasure, and I'd just like to actually take a look at it for basically the first time since we've had it.
Roll an investigation check. Man, that music sagged at the best fucking time. God, I could not have done that myself.
Alright, that's a 23.
This map is sort of hastily drawn. It's sincere, it's real. Hastily drawn map that leads you. It sort of gets like basic landmarks and things, but it shows you that it leads past outside of Mitros and far away, actually past to where Kyra tested you at the very first session, by the Sour Vintage. It leads you past down those roads into a mountainous region, but then it sort of stops it looks like there's a river inside the mountain range, like there's a like splitting up the mountains, and it stops there before it gets to the sea, like you would assume, or the docks. You see, what was it? A note there that says heroes. It says scrawled below. Heroes have no fear of the dead.
Certainly, it
At this
seems
point-
like a boat would be more useful if it were in the water.
What's the name of the boat again?
The Ultras.
Ultros, thank you.
Um,
I mean, yeah.
At this point, you guys hear from down the hall in the palace just enough! I've had... And you hear this door get thrown open.
Oh, I immediately stick my head out into the hallway.
You stick your head out.
I go full
Let me
nosy neighbor.
Let me see. You see, sort of wandering down towards the back of the palace, you hear these loud footsteps, and you see King Acostus in his robes and this bottle of wine walk through and just storm through and walk into the area where Icarus would be sleeping. You do not have to follow up on this. We can call it a night.
I will look back at everybody and I'll be like, Acostus is like going to see Icarus, and honestly, I'm super curious about it, but I also don't want to like get us in trouble. What do you think I should do?
In this
Are we
case,
still high?
What was that, Kiki?
I was just saying, we were out for a nightly walk. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
in this case, discretion may be the better part of valor.
Oh,
So like, be sneaky, or like, don't do it.
I say that we should be sneaky.
I certainly don't think
You
that
would.
you should be seen, if that's at all a possibility.
I mean, I'm small. I think I can do it.
Let's go do it.
Okay.
You hear from the couch. You go, are we spying on somebody? And you see like Kiki or Kyra just sort of pull herself up and go,
No,
are we
no.
spying? No,
Go lay down in bed.
no, but
Lay down,
it's,
sweetheart. It's
if you're
okay.
spying on somebody, it's gonna be
No,
a
no,
reveal.
no. We'll tell
I
you
wanna see
stuff.
the
Don't
reveal.
worry.
Do you
Yes,
trust me?
Callista is so good at notes. Just go to bed. Let's go get a blanket on her. Euphemian or Kiki, let's put a blanket on her. Yeah.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
make it? Are you gonna make it sound big like that thing with like the one sentence when you write it down?
Yeah, she will.
I mean, I can do whatever you want. I was just
Callista,
gonna take
you know
as many
it'll be
notes as
good.
possible.
Okay.
I'll stay with Kyra because I'm probably not the most graceful. So I'll, despite my curiosity, I'm gonna wait to hear back from the two little ones.
Mm-hmm. So the three of you are sneaking out.
I'm
You
not
coming
going.
with?
I'm going to stay.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
so-
gonna
come on,
stay in the
Cal,
room
let's
with
do it.
Kyra as well.
Okay.
Let's go do it,
Because I'm
Cal.
not sneaky.
I'm moderately sneaky. We'll see how I do.
Yeah, we'll see how I do.
I'm also moderately coordinated, and I fell in the boiling hot water twice. So
Yeah, I need you both to make. I need you both to make a stealth check right now. And you guys have already left. I'm just having you do that right now.
do I have pass without a trace?
Woohoo! 19.
I don't have pass without a trace, but I do have bless. Oh no, that's just combat. Just kidding. Okay, sorry.
Try to give yourself all the
This
advantages.
is
No, you.
wonderful.
15.
15. Okay, let me see. Let me see what I'm working with here.
He's drunk, so he should be like fucked up.
Oh, you guys are both get advantage then because he's no, he's not drunk. He's not drunk. Sorry.
Oh.
No.
He's just upset.
Just upset.
Um,
Would it be helpful at all for me to attempt to use minor illusion to like shield us a little bit as we go,
No,
since it's a
no,
cantrip?
no, no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
Oh,
Minor illusion for Sabu is
boo.
such a bad precedent.
Okay.
So you
Let me
guys,
break the game then.
Yeah.
um,
You have to know the rules.
you guys, walk out and you go to the where the Icarus is the dragon's area, and he's just sleeping on this massive pile of gold and silver, mostly like 95% gold, which, to be clear, is spread out now to be a bed, which immediately makes it obvious that they have to spread it out and then pull it back together each day based on whether it's a chair or a bed. He's the worst. I'm glad you love him. You get over there and you see Acostus, and he's sitting on like this bench area, and he's looking at Icarus, who's just so deeply sleeping that you're not sure like a bomb would wake him up right now. And he's just snoring, and Acostus just takes a drink of wine and just says, he keeps saying it. He keeps saying it, and he keeps telling me. But I think at this point he's probably right. He's probably right. And not only am I watching it happen, I'm feeding them. Do you want to talk? And he looks over and he's talking to one of you two.
I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on him.
Oh, okay, that's what we're doing.
I'm just, he seems like he's upset, and he's looking in our direction, and I'm guessing that I can tell Kraren's being sneakier than I am. Do I have any awareness of this fact?
I mean, it could be assumed.
I mean, yeah, it would be my assumption regardless, but...
You cast Calm Emotions. What was it? And...
As I, like, step out of the shadows to, like, pull full attention.
He stands completely upright, and he goes from... You see him move from, like, this sleepy, bitter person to just completely stand in full frame as the King of Mitros.
Good evening, Your Highness.
And he holds this, and as he whisks, you see this large blade form in his hand.
Well, surely
He looks
you
at
can
you.
attack a guest under your own roof.
He goes, "What did you just do to me?" Let me rephrase that. What did you just try to do to me?
You just seemed a little bit heated, and I was just trying to bring everything down a little bit, get everybody calm, make sure everything's okay before we have...
Did I ask for that?
No, but you also
Come
just
here.
drew a sword on me.
Come here.
Okay.
Come out of the
I
shadows,
walk over.
too.
Kraven, no.
Okay, I guess I don't.
No, I mean, at this, I can't stop you, damn.
Oh, okay, well, I'm stepping out of the shadows because my sister is getting, like, whatever.
Mhm.
She doesn't know that
Reprimanded.
bullshit. Doesn't know that yet.
Yeah. What was it? Give me one moment. Because I did not expect that. I did not expect that.
You really threw, like, a tantalizing, like, plot hook in front of me and expected me not to poke at it?
I expected you not to mind control the fucking king.
It's not mind
It's not
control.
about control. It's just to chill
It's
things
calm
out.
emotions.
It's
just
called
calm-
de-escalate the situation.
forcefully
Um,
against your will.
and he sits there and he stands there and he says, "Both of you, I didn't even see you. Here, And he sort of points to part of the like a place in front of him, and then he sits down on the bench, not offering you a seat, but you see the way he moves, sits immediately, the body language of like the king who is here to judge.
I will walk over and just like stand passively in front of him, and I just wanted to say, like, to be entirely frank, Your Highness, you were making quite a scene, and my curiosity was piqued.
I'm just here to protect Callista.
Who else have you manipulated this way?
I think I've only used it on my own party members when they were under mind control.
He looks at Craren for any sort of update on that.
And I just kind of nod at him.
Or they were under the effects of some sort of insanity.
Can I mumble fuck Lutheria under my breath?
Sure.
Okay, so I like mumble that under my breath. I'm like, fuck Lutheria.
He looks at you and goes, "The fates do not allow us to harm one another while I'm providing a place for you to stay and a home." 1 second.
Then hopefully that can assuage you of my intentions, or that can convince you of my intentions not to harm you.
If you ever work your magics on me again without my full knowledge and permission beforehand, you will not be a guest for much longer, and you will be put to judgment soon after that. I understand that we have had some disagreements, but have I ever harmed you, or have I ever tried anything like that with you?
Well, I mean...
I am sure that there is a one-word answer to that question.
I will deliberately look at the sword that he just conjured, and then I will look back at him and say, "No, Your Highness."
Oh yeah, Cray totally does that in the background.
I don't know what Versi sees in you. And every day I wonder if it's a little bit of a manipulation or some delusion on someone's part. Maybe the Titans, maybe Valis, I don't know. Kyra. It's very hard to understand. But if Esther's right, and you really are going to rise as high as it seems, then at the very least you're going to need me. So you can at least respect that.
Did you say Esther?
Roll an insight check.
I put a hand on Cal's arm as this happens because I knew what just happened.
Mhm.
So
What kind of
I'm
check
trying
was
to
it? I
be.
just saw
Insight.
I know you did. That's why I'm trying to be like, calm your.
I think it's a 17.
Calm your.
Okay, 1 second. It's a 17.
Those of you that have not, later we'll catch up the newcomers to the stream as to why this is like the most violent interaction we've had. You see his eyes sort of raise slightly in surprise, like he doesn't quite realize that he said that himself. Like, you know, whenever you're like, oh shit, I fucked up a little bit. He's got an incredible poker face, but you see his eyebrows raised just a little bit, like, oh, okay, that was a mistake to say that. But he doesn't say anything else. He just stares at you stoically.
How have you been in contact with the dead Dragon Lord? Your Highness.
Believe me, if I had my way, I would never hear from him again. I never want to hear from him.
Maybe we can help you.
maybe you can. Maybe you're already doing it. Just when you meet him, tell him to let me sleep for once in my fucking life.
Oh, believe me, if we meet him, he won't be talking to anyone.
You can kill a ghost?
I can certainly try.
He looks you up and down and he just says, she likes you. And she respects you. I know that we have to work together. But don't think for a second that I didn't understand what you were doing or what you're planning to do. But you are in my home, and you are in my kingdom. So if we have this arrangement, don't ever do anything like that again.
Can I make a quick insight check just to confirm my suspicions about who he's talking about?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check and then you can ask. Because I'll need you to ask explicitly.
That's a 19, and I think he's talking about Valis.
On which thing? On what?
Oh, she respects you.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that he's not talking about Versi. Okay. Of course. My apologies.
He turns to Craren and goes, Craren, right?
Yes, Your Highness.
You keep not dying. I don't think you can die. I understand that. But I think that's a gift unique to you amongst you and your friends.
With all due respect, Your Highness, it's probably because of my friends that this is happening.
And make sure nothing happens to them and that they don't make any more mistakes.
I bow and I say, I'll certainly try.
Let me spend time with my friend.
Of course. Let's go, Cal. Let's go.
I want to see if I have anything real quick. Hang on a second.
Okay. But
Just like real quick in my inventory.
I'm trying to pull her away as she's looking through
Yeah,
her
I
through her
I
inventory.
don't have anything to give a king, so I will follow.
So I'll just cast Eldritch Blast.
No, I don't have a gift that's fit for a king, so I'll play on my drum.
I do have one.
That's amazing.
Rum-pum-pum-pum.
I'm proficient, okay? Yeah, okay, I'll go back with Craren.
You guys are going back. Euphemian and Kiki, you guys are. This is all. By the way, we're at 9. We're 9. Technically 2 hours into the session, and this is all one extended answer to. Is there anything you want to do before I start the session tomorrow morning? The answer was yes. There is something they would like to do.
That's who we are, man.
I was like, man, I wonder if they want me to rush the story ahead at this point, and then like, that's not the vibe I'm getting.
Part of the story, man.
Well, I
Euphemian,
cannot wait to ask King Acostus for a favor tomorrow. Can I just?
Euphemian and Kiki, you're in this on the couch. You're in the room. You can do something for a second. I have something that'll happen in a second, but you guys can have a moment
right.
if you want.
Grrr.
If you want, or I can just skip ahead.
I don't.
If anything, Laura's-
We're right there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Kyra
I'm sure they're fine.
What was it? Kyra's gonna turn over on the couch so she's facing out, and she goes, Yuffie, can I, Yuffie,
Yuffie, yes! Holy shit, yes.
Yuffie, can I ask you something?
He's just talking to you, Euphemian.
I'm hoping not to make this a trend.
Yuffie,
If I answer this now,
Adorable.
I'll never be to the end of this nickname.
Yuffie,
It's Euphemian.
that's what I said.
What can I do for you, Kyra?
And she like sort of stretches out her arm, like reaching for you, but like very missing because it's nowhere near where you are. And she just goes, Yuffie, you wouldn't be mad at me, right?
Not at the moment. Is there
I'm not
a reason
talking
I
about
should...
right now. I said you won't be mad at me.
I
What
can't
did you
provide an
do?
answer without knowledge of what I would be angry at you for.
Well, I can't answer because I promised I wouldn't say.
Oh.
So,
So you just have to promise not to be angry, but I can't tell you why.
what did you promise not to say? Tell you what, you can't tell me, tell it to Kiki instead.
Kiki? Kiki?
Yes, Kara. Yes, I'm here. I'll go sit beside her and just kind of pass my hand on her hair.
You promise you won't be mad at me?
Sure, honey. What did you do? What did you say? Or what can't you say?
Can't say when it started. And she sits up for a second and she sort of rubs her head and she goes, I can't say when it started.
When what started? And I'll look at Euphemian like, huh?
Because Mom was just really good at games, you know? Just really, I like games, but she's really good at them. And
Like what?
and she takes her hand and she sort of roll a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, that's an 8.
Okay, at an 8, Euphemian, you can make one too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Please.
I'm not breathtakingly perceptive, but I mean a 21 will do.
Wow.
And she just sort of, and I'm gonna be doing some of this blind, so you guys have to like absolutely say what you're going to do. But she's just like, and you realize she's taking her hands and moving them like a chessboard, like pieces on a chessboard. And there's a couple different versions. The most popular version of chess in Thailand is called Dragon Chess. Roll a history check, Euphemian.
History... 17.
Dragon Chess has come up as a part of many stories in the past, from stories of heroes in various like mortal heroes doing things, and it's just been a trope in a lot of stories. And typically, it's the trope is always people that like, it's always a metaphor for the battle of wills, like someone who, and you know this is fiction, like you know this is fiction, but someone who like bet Lutheria a game of Dragon Chess that they can win back the soul of their loved one, and then they did get it back, but then they weren't able to keep it and things like that. But they bet their own soul for it and stuff like that. Dragon Chess is used to settle a lot of differences in different stories. And she just goes, Mom was really good at this, and so that's how it started. But you have to promise that you won't let Callie get mad at me. Okay?
I promise to do my best.
I didn't mean to lie to her. I didn't mean to lie at all. But it's just that we're really good at it. And she does the chest motion again, and she falls asleep. For this time, for good. I'll give you guys a moment if you want to discuss anything.
Did you understand any of that, of what she was referring to? Is she saying we've been manipulated?
Well, we've definitely been manipulated from the very start. That's almost without any question. I suspect that this whole course of action, this thread of events that keeps us going, has been orchestrated, created, perhaps on the back of a bet.
And what could possibly make Callista mad at her? What would she have lied about?
Well, we do know that they're keeping something from us.
If you want, I'd say Callista and Crarian can return right about noon.
Well, I don't think we were subtle. Sorry, Euphemian.
I mean, to be fair, it was kind of me.
I'm not leaving you behind, Cal.
Okay, but like maybe you're more helpful if people don't know you're there next time.
What do you want me to do? Like assassinate him from the shadows? Like, I'm gonna stand behind you, Cal. That's how it is, okay?
I'm gonna grab his hand.
Ugh.
What the hell happened?
How did we get to assassination?
Oh,
What did you do?
He drew a sword on me.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, full transparency, I did try to cast a spell on him first, but...
What?
Listen, okay, no, okay.
But remember how I can sometimes help people, like, cool it when they're getting, like, a little bit crazy? You know how I, like, sometimes got the magic fingers for that?
Okay.
She did not have the magic fingers tonight.
No, he did not like it.
Oh my gosh.
Then he drew a sword on me, and then he kind of implied that if I ever tried it again, he would kick me out and have me tried. So, I think if we're gonna ask for help with the dragon getting the horn back to Astoria, maybe I'm not there. And then also, speaking of Astoria, Esther talks to him at night.
Oh,
He
yeah,
didn't
I
really
forgot to tell you
elaborate,
that.
but like
in his head. Apparently he hasn't been sleeping.
Yeah, he said something about letting him sleep, which honestly might explain the like ridiculous amount of hostility he has toward us and the crazy decisions he's been making. But
Oh, yeah, hey, how was yeah, sorry.
anyway, all is okay. Totally pacified it. We're gonna be friends now because we're gonna help him. So I just won't cast any spells on him again in the future. And then maybe when you ask him for a favor, I just like am not there, or we just go straight to Valis.
I say we just talk to Valis.
Okay.
I mean, I would be just as comfortable. I don't need to be here for the next couple of days. I can just take a horse and
Yeah,
head
but like
on out
the
of
last
town.
time that we went somewhere on a horse, we were attacked by a flying dragon and a bunch of centaurs.
Well, just keep an eye on Gaius.
Yeah, fuck that guy. You know what? I'd rather just kill him, okay?
Okay, but we
I
can't
mean,
kill
there's
him
so
now,
many
we're all-
things that I would rather do than pretty much anything that I've done
Okay,
so
well,
far, but
Okay,
the
well, let's
fact
just
is
say,
that
okay,
fate does
who-
not allow these things to happen.
Ooh,
All right,
I have an
okay.
idea.
What's happening for the games tomorrow? Like, do you need to be there? Like, who needs to be there?
The
Because of-
games tomorrow, I believe.
Javelin.
Yeah, it's the javelin. Mhm.
Okay, I don't know who's in the javelin, but we can totally like just a couple of us can just go and come back.
Or we actually have a friend in the city who might be able to like help a little bit. I mean, he's not like super strong or anything like that, but you guys do get along.
Who?
I ran into Lorius the other night. He's here, you guys.
Oh, right. Yes, I saw him too.
Okay,
I
well,
thought he was going
Maybe
to come
you could
see
take
us.
Lorius with you.
yeah, why don't you go and go with Lorius? I trust Lorius at least.
Yeah, and we know he's got a little bit of magic that can help in like a bind. So maybe it would be helpful. I mean, not that you don't have plenty of magic, Euphemian, but honestly, just like what is it? Many hands make light work. Is that the
Many hands make light work.
Oh, Kyra, go to bed, honey.
Sleeping just. That's gonna turn a phrase.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Kyra.
I mean, I would
So-
say. I don't anticipate any troubles. I can take Lorius if he's willing to come.
Oh, I'm sure he'll go with you.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let that pass. What Allie meant to say was, I'm sure he's willing to come. Please continue. You don't have a setup that perfect and let it fly by.
Oh, come on, Lorius and Euphemian coming? I mean, come on.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I honest to God didn't even notice.
It's too good of a filthy joke. It's too perfect. Please continue.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've got 2
I mean,
days.
I can go with you. You know, Euphemian, because like I'm not in the javelin anyways because I didn't qualify.
Was that the job?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, don't get me
Kiki
wrong,
will even
Kiki,
say
you're
wow
amazing.
out
Okay,
loud.
listen. Kiki, Cal, you got this. Euphemian and I can go and do whatever. It's fine.
Okay, well then just let me, and then I'm gonna like rifle through my bag and just like shove my healing potion into Euphemian's hands, and just to be safe, take as many as we have because I'm here, and honestly, I'm not terribly worried about our safety, and I can help. I just, it just might come in handy. So if you just want to take this, I'll try to be cool about it. But I don't like the idea of us splitting up.
What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, that's a great thing to say. Nothing bad ever happens in stories after people say that.
Yeah,
And
you
I
just
like
hear.
write it in caps in my notes.
Yeah, you just
Frowny
hear
face.
like a groan coming from Kyra on the couch. Her face is still buried in the corner of the couch.
Okay, well,
I need to go to bed, guys. I'm
you
tired.
really wouldn't prefer to take a dragon?
Uh,
Really rather take a horse?
I mean, we could take a dragon, but I'd rather not get any more indebted here than we have to be. Quite honestly.
That is a very good point.
And
Speaking
Horses
of debts,
cost- Ooh,
I'm going to say, speaking of debts, I'm going to pull out. I'm assuming that Ambrosia gave me a bag of coins.
She gave you a bag of 985 coins.
985.
Yes.
I should have
'cause
counted it while I was there.
No,
oh, is it
that is
15
correct.
for the massage?
There you go.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, minus the massage.
Okay. So, yeah, you know how was it Julius from the
Yes.
Cedar's Tale approached me to kind of be his and to have us be his ambassador for his sketchy place. I went and talked to Ambrosia at
Don't think
Siren's
I
Roost
know this.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Good for
That
you.
sounds amazing with your,
Oh.
you know.
I swear you guys were there. Okay.
I was busy.
I was getting my ass kicked, Kiki, again.
Well, whose fault is that, Craig? You should stick
people-
with the group.
Hey, listen, I was on
Anyways,
my very
anyways.
first date.
Anyways.
I
What?
can't believe
Seema
that
kicked your ass?
You know,
Because I
never
don't
mind.
think I know the whole story yet.
Yeah, fuck that. Anyways, yeah. Oh, money. No, money. You're talking about money? Money. That's important.
Wait,
money.
wait.
Yeah. No, money. Let's talk about it. You're sponsored. You're amazing.
I will look at the other two. Did Seema beat him up?
I mean, he said that it was like people who followed Lutheria, but you didn't tell us anything about how it went with Seema. So honestly, I have some follow-up questions, but let's not
Hey.
interrupt Kiki.
Let's go talk about Kiki. That's more important right now.
I'm not gonna forget,
So-
Craig.
Okay.
So, anyways, Ambrosia agreed to have us be her ambassadors. So I
I'm
have
telling you.
all the group. I'm pretty sure. I didn't hear explicitly just me, so I kept mentioning you guys. So we can just show up, bring a crowd sometimes, tell people that we like to hang out there. I mean, it is definitely better than the Satyr's Tail. You definitely don't want to go around that place.
Fucking Satyrs Tail's the bomb, man.
Thus, why you end up beat up all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so she matched Julius's offer at 1,000 gold. But it seems that my nice oily massage was taken out of that, so I'll hand 250 to all three of them, and then I'll take whatever's left.
How much was your
after that.
massage, though?
I think only 15 gold.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 back because honestly, you deserve it, and like.
Yeah, you
got
want
all
gold,
this for
girl.
us, so
I'm
you
gonna
should-
give you another 5 back.
We should at
too.
least
Yeah.
pay for your massage with the money that you got for us. So
Yeah,
here you go.
that seems fair.
Oh, guys. Okay. So, secret, this is what friends do.
Fuck
Look,
that.
he's
Anyways,
fine. He
so
loves it.
245 to everybody. So then at least now we can get some supplies if you feel me and you find something on the road, something you've got to get. Maybe extra healing potions for Crate.
So many instruments, you guys.
I might be able to get another spell.
There would be magic shops in here. I'm not guaranteeing that they're full of like everything, but this is the biggest like traveler city in Thylia. There are ways to spend your money here.
Maybe, but we're going to Astoria.
Mm.
Well,
That's
depending
fair.
when you leave on
Oh,
your way
no.
out of town tomorrow
You can
morning.
get a boot.
I
That boot's
got a
gone.
boot.
You got that's right.
I threw it for the dog.
That's right.
That's
God,
right.
you're gonna make me put that. You're gonna make me do that story again. Okay. Okay.
You can go say hi to Agni.
Mm. Fucking hell.
I think we're rather in a hurry. We'll try to not linger any longer than we have to.
So that was all I wanted to say. So what, Cray?
What?
Crayon's got a girlfriend.
Okay, listen. She's just a nice gal.
And she beat him up.
She's
I'll
just-
turn to Callista, and she beat him up. What did he try doing to her?
He said it wasn't her. He said it wasn't her.
Listen, okay, listen. Full disclosure, okay? I'm taking the hat off. I'm getting myself all. Okay, listen. We had a nice night. And I was having a good night walking home. And then I got the shit kicked out of me by some fucking assholes who, like, finish each other's sentences.
Okay.
And they know
So-
Euphemian.
That sounds very perturbing. However, the takeaway from this is that you stay at the lady's house when you take her home. You go
Why?
inside and you have a great night with
No,
her.
nah. We had a great day. It was good. It's all good. Yeah, it's all right.
But like, did you?
To
get-
be
did
fair,
you get
there is something to be said for taking it slowly. If you're still
I don't-
testing the boundaries of the
I don't
relationship.
follow.
Sorry, Jen just fucking lost it. Okay, sorry.
You know,
This one I will
consent
explain
is a
if-
thing in a relationship. You do have to proceed at the
Of
rate
course, I'm
the
not-
other person is
I
comfortable.
will say
I'm not
those
saying
of
don't, but
those of you that are new to the stream, I will say that if I have the time right, Callista was in a 5-way 2 days ago. Was that right? Was that? Yeah.
that's
Yep.
how I found Laureus, guys.
That's how you found Laureus.
And then the next day, I got a boyfriend.
That wasn't glorious.
Who
Oh.
wasn't part of that 5 group?
Immediately followed by a conversation about whether or not I can still kiss Kyra. So I'm doing great, guys.
Like on the lips. I don't know. Oh man. Oh.
And here's Cray. It's like, you know.
This game is my catharsis from Curse of Strahd. Please continue.
Mine
So
too.
listen, okay, I'm just saying she's a nice gal. She's all cool. Euphemian, when are we leaving? Because I just need to do like a little quick skipperoonie around now that we got some cash, and then I'll join you. Okay?
Early would probably be better.
Okay, cool.
It's a distant ride.
All right. I'll just go run off and do a couple of things. I better go to bed now so I can get up early, and then I will meet you back at the palace. Sounds good?
Right as the crack of noon.
Okay.
I
Oh,
will
wow.
say, I'm gonna elbow kick it. I'm just gonna say, I mean, I'm like pretty good friends with Seema. I don't think that consent would have been a problem. I'm just throwing it out there. That's all. We're real close. We're like best friends.
This
Okay,
is
but
amazing.
at the same time, it seems like Krayorin has borders.
Crayron's been asking for tips from you, so I think that says a lot about what he wants.
Wait. Do you know that though?
Yeah, you told us that you didn't get any information and that he stayed.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. Shit, that's right.
I mean, he
Sharing
should
is
still
caring.
progress at the rate that he's comfortable with.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't follow, but it's fine. I'm just saying that maybe he wouldn't have gotten beaten up if he had just spent the night with Seema, but that's entirely.
I mean,
My school of
it
thought,
could have
you
happened
got-
that maybe he could have gotten beaten up spending the night with Seema.
I mean,
Don't
if
know
they're
what
into that,
she looks like. She's quite quiet, and you never
always the
know.
quiet ones. It's
Anyway,
always
I
the
believe
quiet ones.
I
Weird.
am ready for bed.
Me
I
too.
will see you in the
Okay,
morning.
yeah, let's go.
Who's taking the couch?
Kyra's on the couch.
No, we moved her to the bed.
Oh, you
She
did?
stood up. Remember?
Oh,
She did not sit up. She sat up.
You said
but you
she
can.
stood up when we were trying to leave, and then we steered her onto the bed.
Oh, okay. Well, then she's on
no,
the bed.
she
Yeah.
said. I understood that she sat up.
Oh, she
Oh,
sat up. Damn it.
But you can
Okay.
move her to the bed. That's fine. I'm okay with
I'm not
that.
gonna move her.
I'm gonna go and jump and then get right in the middle of the bed.
I don't know where the
You
fuck I'm
fall
sleeping.
asleep.
I'm sleeping somewhere. Maybe in
Oh,
a
I-
chair.
Sit in
Where
this
are
bed.
you? Yeah,
Whatever, we're sleeping.
And
into the bed, and he just laid back.
and
on top
this
of
and this
Crucial information.
this provides at last the answer to my question. Is there anything you'd like to do before I describe the morning scene? We're gonna go on a
No.
15-minute break.
Yes.
I'll see you guys back at about. Well, let's round it off. Let's say about 9:45.
Holy
That's
shit.
like 12-minute break.
Okay.
I'll see you guys
Okay.
in like 12 minutes. Bye.
See you guys all in 12 minutes.
back, and everybody can hear us. So say hello.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, we're back, and in order to avoid embarrassing any members of the cast, we will not discuss whose vagina was just being mentioned, and we're just going to get right back into the game.
It was mine. I'll fall on that grenade.
Thank you. Good man.
Welcome to Roll for
Hi,
Bull.
Jamie's mom.
You have an amazing man.
If once we get affiliate, I can do polls in the chat, and we will just people can decide who we were talking about.
Well, we can. We are affiliate now. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, no, we're almost
that's
affiliate.
great. Almost affiliate.
Almost
right.
affiliate.
We need to...
All right.
Anyway.
So, I don't think anybody else has anything they want to do before the morning, so we are just going to...
Hang on, I got like 3 more things.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. I was just talking earlier about Batman Arkham Knight that took place in the last night of Batman's life, and it's like a 50-hour game, which... How? But it feels like we're getting that answer. Like, just before the morning can actually be a very long time. Also, spoilers for Arkham Knight. So, the morning does come, and you hear a knock on the door, and you hear this woman's voice is there a Callista here?
There is, and I will like hop over to the door and like.
Okay, is
wait
there a
for her.
Euphemia in here?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. Is there a Creo Rin here?
What?
If you're going to ask for Kiki next,
No? Is there a Kiana here?
Oh my god.
yes, we're.
Yeah.
I'll open the door.
What?
You see this one of the guards of the palace. She's got like this like scribbled note that she's looking at, and she goes, "Okay, there's packages for each of you at the front,
Ooh.
and I was just supposed to come and tell you, but it's your choice whether you want to go."
Who's
So-
it from?
The front what?
It's at the front of the palace entrance. It's a lot of different things. I don't know who it's from. I'm not supposed to look into
Can
those
you-
things.
Can you bring it here? Because we need to eat and stuff.
It's okay. I'll just go out and.
Me too.
I need coffee and bacon.
Okay, I'll get
Okay,
that right
I'm
away for
coming
you,
too.
Callista. Okay.
Is Kyra still asleep?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of shake her a little bit and just be like, Kyra, don't go anywhere. Okay, we're gonna be right back.
Don't start the next chapter without me.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to just make a very loud bong sound.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh.
Revenge is the dish best served cold.
Oh.
Morning.
Hi, Kyra! Oh my god, it's a javelin throw today! Can you believe it? I am so excited. And I'm gonna kind
She
of get
silences you,
close to the
Kiki.
door.
Kiki just goes silence on you.
I don't like.
And she
any
uses this
of
pink
them.
mist and pulls this sort of like strange like gray dark purple haze out of her mind and just crumples it in her hands and just throws it on the floor. Sorry about that. Good morning. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. And she pulls it away from Kiki.
What the heck, man? You can
I'm
dish it, but
sorry.
you can't take it?
I hadn't dealt with my hangover yet. I'm sorry. Good morning.
How can you tell us how to do that? That looks so handy.
I'm going to head
I
out
can-
for the packages.
I'll
It's-
follow with.
Oh,
it's
right, we got packages. I'm gonna run back and follow.
and she follows you. She's, I could tell you, but you have to be very good at chess. And honestly, that's just something we'll have to talk about later. And she just runs down, runs with you guys. You guys get to the front. There's a bunch of guards standing around, and they see you and they part ways. And there is just like boxes, and you see on top of the boxes envelopes, and then at the front you see an entire like balcony-sized flower planter with just like a bunch of roses growing. You see like the soil on the like fresh soil on the dirt, the floor of the palace, and everything. And all these guards looking, and one of them, this bigger woman, just looks at you and goes, "So it's for the four of you, all of these things. I don't. If you want to sort through them, you can, or we can present them to each of you if that's what you'd like. But this is yours, and I don't mean to tell you your business. You are guests, but I'm sure Valis would prefer that this place be clean before she get here. And she does not sleep in."
Of course.
I'm gonna go grab the big pot of flour. Is it something that Kiki can lift and bring up?
You go to pick up the. Yeah, you could probably pick it up. It's very heavy and bulky. But you pick it up. When you go to one of the men goes, "I'm sorry. I don't mean to tell you your business. That was. We had strict orders that was for Callista."
Well, do you think she can carry this?
I really can't.
We can carry it to the room for her.
Okay, I'll drop
Who's
it,
it
or
from?
I'll gently put it down.
It just says, if we just got a note that said, "From your boyfriend," and it was underlined 3 times.
Oh, I know who it is.
I would hope so.
Yes, please take it back to the room.
Okay. And two of the guards go and carry this and just take that out, and just clearly just dripping with soil. Where did he get this? As you guys look through all the rest of these things, there's There's a small box of chocolates for Crayrin with a little envelope. Crayrin, if you were, or do you want to open the envelope now or later? Or?
Crater stayed up in the room, I think.
I thought I stayed up in the room.
Okay, sorry. So then that would be for you later. Kiki, there would be several different bouquets of flowers for you. None of them would have any sort of identifiers on them, and it would become rapidly obvious that these are from the many admirers that you've accumulated in the past couple days at the Olympics. Admirers and fans, just people who throw flowers at your feet. All of you have received a single beautiful rose from Laureus, each of you. Euphemian, you have a large number of small gifts and trinkets and bottles of perfume from just a bevy of people. And there's one box that catches your attention because it has the, I would say it has the symbol of Astoria on it. If you wanted to open that now or later.
Is that addressed to me?
Yes.
I'm gonna wait until we get to the room. We'll bring it back.
Okay. And then there's a couple... What was that?
Sorry, I was just gonna say, once everybody's done, I'll see if I can get one of the servants to grab me a broom, and I will clear off as much of the dirt as possible.
And then there's a number of boxes, small boxes for each of you. I want you to, in the Roll20 chat, please, each of you to roll 2d4. In the Roll20 chat, please. You're muted, but I think I get what you're saying. Or you can roll and type the answer in there. I just want all the answers typed in there.
So I get a 4 and a 1.
I got a 2 and a 6, or 2 and a 4, so that's 6.
And Kiki, what'd you get? Callista gets a 3.
A 4 and a 2 for me as well, so 6.
Okay. Didn't roll for you, so okay. So all of you, add 1 to your total, and that's how many small, delicate chocolates each of you received from fans across the last couple of days that are being delivered now, or people paid to have them delivered they can pay at the Coliseum to have them delivered to their favorites. Each of these chocolates have a unique mechanic to them. You can pop as many as you want before you make a roll, before you make it, to add +1 to the result of that roll. These expire at the end of February. Kyra's looking. Oh, these are amazing. These are incredible. And she looks at Euphemian and goes, and she's like, Euphemian, you should open that. You should open that right now.
I was planning as soon as I had a moment. I'll start opening it.
Okay. And she's just like bouncing. You open this. Inside is a small blade, a dagger, with a sort of sea mist blue handle and a diamond in the middle. Small one. And there's a card in there. If you'd like to read the card now or
Yes.
later. Later's fine.
No, I'll read the card.
And it just says in there, Euphemian, wishing you well, continually grateful, and would enjoy and look forward to the chance when we can speak again soon. And signed, Nora.
Okay.
P.S. Be safe. Enclosed.
All right. Well,
Kyra's just like,
Was he hiding, like
Yeah, who's it
keeping
from?
it hidden from us as he was opening it, or?
read your call.
no. Not knowing who it's from, I figured, if something explodes in my face, I want to make sure that everybody can see why. So, no, I would have done it openly.
All right. Kyra just looks. Oh my god, this is amazing. Do you know how to use knives? You need to know how to use a knife. Or no. You just need this knife once for a really good moment, but don't use it until it's a really good moment. Okay? Promise me.
I'll take my dagger out of its sheath and put the new one in.
Oh, you're always gonna carry it with you.
Do I get a sense that it's magical at all, or?
It is not magical. It is a roll an investigation check.
Okay. 9.
It is an extremely finely made knife.
Okay.
That's what you got.
All right. So I will keep that on me, which is convenient considering we're going back to Astoria.
Can thank her in person.
Oh, right. Sorry. No, Euphemian's gotten around. Okay. What do you guys
Just
want to do?
Don't introduce him to any more children of Pythor. That's all I'm saying.
It's a very specific type to have, but he carries it well. So basically, the guards will be watching you and ready to attend. They would bring you your bacon, eggs, and wine, and I think there'd be coffee. So they bring you coffee as well, Courier. I think you're in the room by yourself right now.
Oh, I'm just bowing down.
Yeah, at some point, the door opens, guards come in and set down a giant planter full of roses, and then just like walk out without explaining themselves.
What the?
Is this a love bombing thing they were talking about?
I'm just gonna keep eating.
Yeah, the rest of you can return whenever. Yeah, you guys can return there if you'd like.
I was just gonna say, depending how many bouquets of roses that there are they just kind of like wrapped flowers, or are they like in pots?
There are 8 bouquets. Let me see. I'm rolling in the chat so you can see. 8 bouquets. 2 of them are in pots.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is, as I'm walking back to our room with these bouquets, I'm gonna drop one that has a pot on a table or somewhere. If I see an empty vase, I'll just put a bunch of the flowers in there as I'm walking to the room.
That's fantastic. as you're walking, you do this, and then you hear this voice just go, "Are we redecorating?" And you just
Not redecorating, just adding.
you'd see Avalis, and she goes, "That's a distinct aesthetic. Do you like to do these sorts of things?"
Well, I mean, what am I going to do with all these 8 bouquets? And I just want them to be seen and appreciated rather than just locked away in our room. I'm so sorry. You don't like flowers? I didn't mean any disrespect.
In the future, make sure that you have permission to do that sort of thing. Your group, how often do you all redecorate?
Quite honestly, I think this is the first time I've actually tried to decorate.
Euphemia and Callista, where are you two right now? Would you be with her, or would you be back at the room?
Probably out front still.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. She goes, okay, well, that's your first time redecorating then.
I will never do it again. I promise. You have my word. I'm so sorry. I'll take the flowers out of the vase that's beside me here.
They can stay.
Get back.
I would like to speak with the 4 of you regarding a request that I have. And it would be acceptable to do this in your room or anywhere that you would prefer privacy. Not
yeah.
Not someplace so disheveled. And she looks at like this very small streak of soil on the floor. Like they're very faint, and she just looks at not someplace so ramshackle.
At this point, I want to have cast message, and just in Kiki in your head, you just hear like, "Ooh, hold on to some of those flowers, and I'll put them in your braid."
I still have some, so I'll make sure. I'm like, shit. I'm gonna say shit in my head. Can I respond back? Can you hear me back?
No.
Valis wants us in our room. Shit.
I'll pass
Okay.
that along.
Yeah.
Is there a hesitation?
We're all there.
Either
right?
of you could.
I just.
You two can find Kiki if you want to, because they're just in the hallway right now.
Okay.
Yeah, at that point.
I'm assuming since I'm sweeping up, I'll just sort of brush past.
When you come by with the broom, Valis looks at you with just one eyebrow like all the way up. She goes, Euphemian, I believe we just had a conversation about your tendencies towards decorating and aesthetics. Is this a goal of yours?
Unfortunately, I have nothing to do to claim responsibility for this particular mess. This was a gift from an admirer of Kiki's, it seems. However,
He turns and looks
I
back at
figured
Kiki.
I would give the servants a little assistance in ensuring that it gets tidied up.
That is the
I'm
proper
just
thing.
standing there looking like the kid caught in a candy jar with my hand in the candy jar. Like I'm just like, I'm in trouble.
When there is a mess, it does fall on us to clean it up together. Which brings me to the topic. I believe you were leading me to your room.
I'll just, and I'll turn around.
She follows you. Cray, you come. What do you like whenever Valis comes in? You're muted.
Sorry, my mouse wasn't working. Valis, I'd probably just be eating. I'd be like, sup.
Valis walks in. When you say sup, Valis just stands there.
Your Highness, welcome. Want bacon?
And she just walks in and sits down. She walks over to the couch that Kyra was just was sleeping on last night, and she just looks at it and just looks at Kyra, and Kyra just goes, "I'm sorry. I just woke up. I'm sorry." And she comes over to like do prestidigitation on the couch, and Valis turns and looks at Euphemian for a moment, and then just looks at Kyra and says, I hope you had fun last night. And then she just like and she does her own prestidigitation and cleans the couch, and then sits there and just really sits there and crosses her legs, and just immediately, Valis, by the way, as she sits down, looks like she's been in like makeup for like being put in makeup for like 9 hours, and it can't be later than 7 a.m. And just gratuitously beautiful and overdone. And she looks at the 4 of you, or the 5 of you, I guess, with Kyra, and Kyra looks at her like a little bit confused, and Kyra doesn't miss is on the ball as Valis is. So she just sort of looks at Euphemian like, did she just say that she hopes I had a fun evening? And Kyra looks at you like, gives you this look of like, oh, we're going to talk about this later. And Valis says, Valis leans back. Some of you may have heard about an incident last night. Before I proceed further, what do you know about the Lady of Coins, any of you?
Isn't she like super important in like the underground of Mitros or something like that? I honestly thought she was a myth.
And she looks at the rest of you for a response.
Are you just like, I don't know.
Ringleader of the black market?
I don't know, some chick with coins, lady of coins. I don't know.
Great. Roll deception with advantage.
Fuck. I don't think I'm good with that, dudes. Ooh, no, I am not good at all. Okay, with advantage, you said, right?
Yes, and also you can use your chocolates if you want to boost it before you roll.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm using let's use 5 chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using them almost all, baby.
Have a good night, Escher. Have a good night, Marvin.
11 plus 5, so that's 16.
Okay, give me one moment. And she, wait, hold on one second. And, she looks at each of you and says, she looks at all of you and says, well, some of you may not know everything. And those of you that don't wish to disclose everything, your business is your own. No?
I yawn.
There is a criminal element in Mitros. There are lots of criminal elements in any city that wishes to do well and wishes to do right by its people. There is one particular woman known as the Lady of Coins who has been stealing from a great many people in the city of import and value. Cray, you can make an insight check on this.
Okay, insight is 21.
Your aunt has a policy to never steal from people that cannot recover from being stolen from in whatever they're doing. So Crayon, any of the rest of you can roleplay, can decide when you interpret this however you want, but Crayon would immediately click that what Valis is saying is that the Lady of Coins has been specifically targeting like the social elite and the rich for some undisclosed period of time, which she's always like stolen in a way that could be offset, but specifically targeting rich people seems like the richest people seems new, because you can tell both in the fact that Valis is bringing this up now, and just the fact that she's like some people of import. And she'd say, this has become an issue that has become of great concern to the people of the city and those that I rely on. I cannot be everywhere at once. I can only know what I know and see what I see. But she has created some problems for us. And I think that the time has come for me to acknowledge that sometimes a strength is to acknowledge a shortcoming, and I do not have the resources to find her myself. I have a request of you, but before I ask it, I would like to show you one last thing. And you would wish to consider that before you hear my question, even if you already have heard it in your mind. And she sort of looks at Kyra expectantly, and Kyra just goes, oh right, and like walks over and just like opens the door, and just like, as she said, there's something you want to see, and then she looked at Kyra, and you could tell that her like thing is like, Kyra, don't you want to open the door for your big sister? And Kyra's like, oh yeah, of course. Opens it, and Valis just sort of stands up and just gracefully strides out towards the exit of the room, not even looking back, just clearly assuming that all of you are going to obediently be following her. Is that the case?
Sure.
Yep.
I'll take some bacon
Yep.
as I go up there.
Taking some bacon? Okay. You follow her. She leads you down to this back hall, and she goes, there are problems in this city. Everybody knows what problems exist within a city, but sometimes we need to have a grasp on how severe those problems are, and sometimes we need to make sure that some people don't have a grasp on how severe those problems are. And she walks over to this door, and she puts her hand on it and sort of lowers her head in like clear frustration for a second. And then she turns around and looks at the rest of you and says, and she holds up her hand, she goes, I have said that the Lady of Coins has created a problem for people. And people know that those who have tried to push back at her, take her down, even rivals, often aren't seen again or for a very long time. That is troubling without even fully understanding it. But when you do fully understand it, and she twists her fingers and the door slides, and you see this hall with like these magic torches just light up, and you see this hall of statues of people, of different humanoids and people that all look like they're holding their hands out or like bracing themselves. All of these stone statues, like probably like 16, 17 statues down the halls, sort of not arranged in a presentation, but just sort of put anywhere in the hallway. And there's no door on the other side. And she walks in and she walks in for a moment and then turns to all of you again and says, I don't know how many of you have heard that the rumors that the Lady of Coins is a Medusa. But she seems to be an especially effective one. Guards, family members, spies, and in the case of 2 or 3 of them, people just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Most of them men. I don't dare to draw from that just yet. We hope to find a way to remove this. I could remove it at great expense. And Kyra just sort of turns and looks at her solemnly. And she says, and Valis says, she's stepping up her actions. And she looks at Euphemia square in the eye and says, oh no, she says, she's been stepping up her actions, and we've been trying to keep an eye on what she'll do next and when we need to move and what that move would be. And then she turns and looks at Euphemia and says, last night the Lady of Coins made a threat on King Acostus. And I think that the time has come that we increase our efforts, regardless of what I think of the king, that cannot stand. I would ask each of you and offer you a great sum to find out where she's hiding and bring her to me.
We did this?
Sorry?
All these people? She did this? All these people here?
They are people that were found in places that were targeted by the cult of the snake. Places that seem to be of value to the Lady of Coins. We haven't been able to confront her directly, but we know she's a Medusa, and we know that this matches how she may be acting.
Surely there's a good number of Medusa in the city. Are we certain that it is the Lady of Coins, specifically?
No. It is possible, and it adheres to everything else we've seen. But we do not know that for sure. An explanation to that end would be very helpful as well.
What did she do to King Acostus?
Some people may have still seen it, but there was a threat painted on the side of the Colosseum last night. I was asked to look into it, and I have some divination magics, and I was able to see the cause.
Insight check.
This is what I'm able to put forth. I'm sorry, what?
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
I highly doubt that I'm going to do better than she can, but yeah, no. That's
What'd you get?
I think it's a 15.
Okay. What do you think she's saying?
Well, I know what the conversation that she had with Euphemian was because I was Allie.
All right, so why is Callista what is Callista making an insight check for? What does Callista think?
Oh, I just want to see if it was actually like a threat on him or if it was just like graffiti that anybody could have done. Do you know what I mean? Like if she's being honest with us about.
Well, I'm saying is what is Callista's take on this, not yours?
Oh, I see. I was just trying to see if she was being cagey, but if I have to have like a specific suspicion in character, I suppose I wouldn't.
I'm not asking what your suspicion is. I'm asking what is Callista thinking at this moment? Like what is her read on Valis right now?
Oh, I mean, Valis has proven before that she's not
Mhm.
forthcoming. So I'm mostly just trying to see if she's keeping stuff from us.
Okay, well, the only thing you can tell right now is that, it's, you know that she's hidden stuff from you before, and it's really hard to be able to, she's an enigma when she doesn't want to be read, is the problem. So you know that it's almost indistinguishable between whether she's hiding something from you or just telling you the truth and doesn't feel like fucking around with you. And she says, I will pay you to find her. If it isn't her, bring me the truth. If it is her, bring her to justice. There are lies people tell each other, and there are lies people tell themselves. Sometimes brigands, thieves, selfish and cruel people will tell themselves that they have some noble cause or higher calling, and this eases their heart when they do truly horrible things. And she looks around the room, and she looks back at you, and she says, and they will tell themselves that they're doing it for those that they care about and for the people around them. As
I think we've heard of people like that before.
As the person who has to care for the people of Mitros and is burdened with that responsibility, I have to watch out for the well-being of everybody. And she looks at all of you, and she says, that is why I'm asking you to help me to do this, for the people of Mitros and to make this choice.
And if you have all of this at your disposal and you're not able to find her, I don't know how we're gonna.
I'm sure you would be able to surprise me, Krarin. I just
By
would
not
appreciate.
dying? Okay, I get it. We'll figure it out.
Name your price. I understand this will be a difficult thing for you to choose.
How much does everybody need?
I mean, this is someone's life we're talking about. I feel like maybe we should figure out the price once we figure out what's actually going on.
Yeah, you're right. It may not even be this person for all we know. You said find the truth or find justice, one or the other, right?
Find the truth, and if the truth is that she needs to be brought to justice, don't hesitate. I will give you time to think about it. I understand that you have the games to participate in today. I understand that there's other things.
Oh yeah, speaking about that, do you have like extra guards? Euphemian and I just want to take a side trip for like the day. We just want to have backup just in case.
She looks at Euphemian and she looks at Krarin and says, "Is this part of the sacrifice you promised my husband?"
Oh, no, not at all.
This is simply, we seek to return the horn to its proper place.
Will it be safe there?
It has been stolen once. I can make no promises of anything, but I don't necessarily feel it's safe with us.
Then this sounds like the correct choice. I'll send guards with you. Would you need Commander Gaius?
I mean, no.
I don't prefer him either.
Who was it that we flew in with?
Yeah, that
It was.
dude.
I can't remember his name, but it was one of the other Dragon Lords. It was one of his subordinates.
Okay.
I don't remember his name, but you can reference him if you'd like.
Yeah, if I can just say, actually, we had fair enough time being accompanied to Mitros by so-and-so. If it would be possible.
I will arrange that, and I appreciate your caution in thinking about who you trust. There are people that we have to work with as a matter of politic and arrangement. I am very familiar with that in this palace, and I can respect your decision. I will make that happen. Is there anything else that you two need?
To that end, regarding the sacrifice, we did speak about getting something transported from the Mithril mines. Do you know if that's underway?
She is. I'm making arrangements for that. If you need me to send guards there and bring, do you need me to send people there, or do you need me to send escorts for you?
We're probably not going to be in a position to take it, so if you can send guards.
And she goes, "We'll send guards." And the last thing, I can trust each of you to be discreet about the urgency of dealing with the Lady of Coins, correct?
Of course.
I have suspicions as to where she may be, and I don't have any way. I don't know much about how I would be able to investigate this on my own. So I can only provide to you this information. Adonis. And she looks at Kyra, and Kyra just sort of obediently writes it down. And she goes, "If I'm correct, that may be how you get into the Colossus.
The Colossus.
And the day begins. More people gathering at the Colosseum, excited for more games, unaware that the more that the games go on, the more the politics of the city are crawling and creeping around the heroes like thorns and vines. The Lady of Coins surely out there somewhere, possibly making a counterplan, possibly not, but the words echoing from the Horn of Balametria, Praerin possibly understanding why she will have to choose and why the answer her people would apply to any of the choices above. And decisions will need to be made soon. Some of them as big as to whom are we loyal, and some of them as small as what do we get our Minotaur boyfriend back. But choices will need to be made. And we'll cover those later, but for now, that's where we end this session.
Woohoo! That was awesome.
Thank you. That was a little bit, I apologize if that was a little bit of a slow session. I did not expect that to go in the direction that it did.
Games.
It never
We didn't
does.
get to the games. We didn't get to the game.
We basically went like all night and then the morning, and then that's it.
That
Huh?
I did not expect it to go on that way.
One of these days, we're going to have to put together a super cut of just Ben saying, that did not go how I planned.
Yeah.
Like every single session. Every single session. That's so
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
I just have to say,
Um,
I respect dudes so much more because ties suck. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's better
I
if you
don't
just loosen the top button and loosen the tie a bit.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's
like
nothing.
having that top button. Oh, I can't even take it off, dudes.
What she said.
If you guys are here and you're here, thank you so much for watching Roll for Bowl. We're trying, all of our past episodes are on YouTube. The audio quality gets better as they go on. I'm sorry about that. Feel free to follow us on Twitch. We're trying to go for affiliate. If we get that, we can get like emojis and cute Minotaur emojis and stuff like that, Kyra emojis. So follow us. We're trying to do Monday nights 7 to 10. And we also have the Discord where we want to chat with you guys. Putting that in the Twitch one more time. Thank you guys for this. I will let these wonderful players say anything, but I'm done for tonight.
I will just put forward as well that we are looking at adding another stream. Not gameplay, but something else. So keep an eye on the Discord, and we'll start announcing plans for that as soon as we get it hammered out.
Absolutely. You guys have a great night, everybody.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody. Thanks for sticking
Good
around.
night.
Bye,
Happy
everybody.
Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.